technology has an influence over just about every aspect of our lives. And with AI leading the tech tidal wave, surely it's only a matter of time before it reshapes our approach to education. A system that hasn't seen much change in over 200 years. In part 1, The Future, the AI Overhaul, we're going to explore what this new future might look like. Part 2, The Present, Evolving World, Static System, will address where we're currently at. And in Part 3, The Past, the System Foundations, we will take a trip back in time and look at the history of our education system and how we got to where we currently are. There's a lot to unpack, so let's get straight into it. How AI will fully reshape our lives is not yet known. And while concerns around AI are valid, there should also be immense optimism, especially considering its potential transformative impact on our education system. Imagine personalized learning experiences. With AI gone are the days of a one-size-fits-all curriculum, a system that adapts in real time to a student's strengths, weaknesses, and pace is a realistic prospect. An individual could be simultaneously challenged in an area of strength, whilst receiving support in those of difficulty. This dynamic approach could be rolled out across an infinite number of subjects, and could uncover hidden aptitudes and passions. With real-time feedback, we would no longer be constrained by traditional report card schedules. Students could receive instant insights, recommendations, and resources tailored to their immediate individual needs. As AI brings greater precision and personalization to academic learning, it opens up a world of possibilities of how we spend our time at school. With a significant proportion of academic work optimized, there's an opportunity to revolutionize the traditional school structure. First on the agenda, the schoolwork at school philosophy. A simple idea yet impactful. All academic tasks, assignments, and even project work completed within school hours. This ensures that time spent at home is for what it's meant to be. A place for relaxation, family bonding, and personal pursuits. Free from the pressures of looming schoolwork. A chance to recharge, connect, and grow. In a world where AI handles the what of learning, the how becomes even more vital. The promotion of hobbies and personal passion projects provide not just a break from the academic, but are areas where creativity, leadership, teamwork, and resilience are cultivated and nurtured. With AI constantly monitoring development, there would be less requirement for what we have historically thought of as formal testing. AI would be able to provide teachers, as well as pupils and their caregivers, with immediate confirmation of understanding on any subject at any time. Within cities or more densely populated areas, school excursions could be split and grouped together, with children at other schools with similar interests. One group may choose to visit a museum, while others may go on a nature trail or visit a sports stadium. Similar virtual excursions could be attended by more remote students. It's an exciting vision, but one that's well within reach, given the rapid advancements we're witnessing in technology and particularly with AI. While AI promises a tailored academic journey, the heart of schooling remains rooted in human connections and interactions. These bonds, whether student to student or student to teacher, form the core of personal and social development. And it's here, in this human-centric space, that our next area of focus lies. While the intellectual pursuits of school are crucial, education shouldn't focus solely on this. It's about nurturing whole individuals, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Teachers are often overworked and underpaid, and as AI alleviates academic burdens, teachers might pivot from the traditional role that we're familiar with to becoming more like coaches, mentors, or counselors, with increased focus on students' physical, mental, and emotional well-being and personal growth, rather than specific academic subjects. The importance of mental well-being cannot be overstated. In a race for academic excellence, the emotional and psychological well-being of students sometimes takes a back seat. Schools of the future should embed mindfulness practices and spaces for reflection in their daily routines. When students are equipped to manage stress, anxiety, and challenges, they're not only better learners, but also more fulfilled individuals. With AI-enhanced learning systems being highly adaptable, there emerges a potential opportunity to reevaluate traditional school holiday structures. For instance, we could consider trimming a couple of weeks off the extensive summer holidays. These 2 weeks could then be reallocated during the typical term time, offering families more flexibility. The beauty of AI-driven education is that any missed content during these periods can be easily revisited and caught up on, reducing the pressure on students and ensuring continuous tailored learning. With more streamlined academic academic work, there's also an opportunity to emphasise the importance of a balanced diet and regular physical activity. Schools should be havens of nutritious food, teaching students the value of good eating habits from a young age. This could involve children learning to grow their own food and consistent days where they learn to prepare their own meals, not just for themselves, but also for other younger children. Plus, with more time, we can expand on physical education, not just traditional sports, but also activities like yoga, dance, or even martial arts. These not only keep the body fit, but also offer lessons in discipline, patience, and perseverance. And it's not just about structured activities. Play, exploration, and simple human interactions have a role in overall development. Schools should foster environments where students can interact, collaborate, and form bonds. These moments of connection, of understanding another's perspective, contribute significantly to emotional intelligence and interpersonal skills. Though AI may enhance these areas, the intrinsic human element remains irreplaceable. Ultimately, the school of the future is one that must recognise students as multifaceted beings. By nurturing each aspect and tailoring the approach depending on needs and interests, we pave the way not just for academically proficient individuals, but wholesome, well-rounded members of society. If you've enjoyed this video so far, I'd really appreciate if you could hit the like button. Over the past 2 centuries, relentless waves of technological advancements have continually reshaped our world. From the telephone to the smartphone, steam trains to aeroplanes, these innovations have redrawn our global boundaries. The nature of jobs has also evolved. They're not only about manual tasks anymore, but increasingly rely on creativity, problem solving, and adaptability. Transitioning away from the industry-centric society, we entered the information age, where data became the new currency. The dawn of the internet changed everything. Suddenly, our knowledge wasn't confined to physical libraries or the understanding of our immediate communities. The world's information was now quite literally at our fingertips. But with this vast ocean of data came new challenges. Today, it's not just about having information, it's about navigating, analysing, and discerning the truth contained within it. Despite the world's rapid evolution, much of our schooling system seems to be trapped in time. The emphasis in many classrooms still relies on rote learning over critical thinking, memorization over genuine understanding. In an age where many questions can be answered with a quick online search, our focus needs to shift from what we know or what we can memorize to how we think. We live in a time where communication, collaboration, and adaptability are as vital as technical skills and knowledge. The pace of technological and societal change is so rapid that the knowledge acquired in early schooling could be outdated by the time you actually enter the workforce, which may not even be a thing in the AI-centric future. This may demand a shift in perspective, from viewing education as a phase in life to seeing it as a lifelong commitment, however, one that you hopefully get to design yourself depending on your interests. Yet how many of our educational institutions genuinely instill this mindset? Have you ever wondered about the origin of our schooling system and what it was really designed to achieve? To truly grasp the essence of our current system and how AI might fix it, we must first journey back in time to around the late 18th and early 19th century. This was a pivotal era, undergoing rapid, transformative changes, unparalleled in history. This involved the rise of factories, steam engines, and the movement of populations from the countryside to busy urban areas. This was the Industrial Revolution. Britain, in particular, was at the heart of this transformation and was witnessing a shift in its workforce. Individuals that were disciplined, punctual, and could follow instructions to the letter were needed. Essentially, the ideal factory worker. And what better way to meet this demand than to create an education system that mirrored these very requirements? However, it's vital not to forget what life was like for many children before the implementation of this system. For most, it was far removed from the play and learning we associate with childhood today. From coal mines to factories, most were ensnared in grueling work in horrendous conditions. With exhausting hours, even children as young as 4 found themselves in these settings, where significant injury and death were commonplace. The introduction of formal schooling, in many ways, was a response to these circumstances. While it sought to pull children out of such hazardous environments, it unfortunately retained some of its strict, regimented characteristics. The result? Schools that felt more like factories, designed to produce a specific kind of individual for a specific kind of world. Just as factory workers were ushered in and out with the ringing of bells, school schedules began to be punctuated by them. These bells dictated the start and the end of lessons, breaks, and the end of the school day itself. It wasn't just a call to class, it was a conditioning of young minds to be punctual and to adhere to a structured routine. Then there were the tests, standardized and designed to measure every student against the same yardstick. The rationale was simple. In a factory, consistency is key. Every product, or in this case, every student, should meet a certain standard. But while this might ensure uniformity, it did little to accommodate individual talents or account for varied learning paces and styles. The curriculum further cemented this uniformity, a one-size-fits-all strategy. Each child, regardless of their aptitude or interests, was taught the same subjects in the same manner. It was operating on an assembly line, processing batches of students to a pre-defined mold. In essence, the school, with its rigid structures and protocols, was a microcosm of the larger, industrialized society it was serving. Reflecting on my own school days as a kid with dyslexia, I really struggled in the classroom, especially with reading and writing. But I think it's essential to acknowledge that while our current educational system has its flaws, it's been our mainstay for generations, offering more opportunities than many others around the world. However, with the rise of AI, we're standing at the precipice of another revolution. AI offers the chance to truly democratize and personalize education, but it's more than just machines and algorithms. It's about shifting our focus from rote learning to holistic development, from rigid timetables to flexible, individual-centric approaches. Let's, however, not forget the human touch. While AI can curate, it's up to us to foster connections, emotions, and empathy. The classroom of the future shouldn't just be hubs of academic excellence, but should also provide a platform for nurturing well-rounded individuals. Change is often met with resistance, but if history has shown us anything, it's that adaptation is key to progression. And as we advocate for a more adaptive, responsive, and inclusive education system, it's worth remembering that it starts with us. Whether we're students, educators, parents, or lifelong learners, we hold the potential to influence, to adapt, and to be the change. We would do well to remember what Socrates said over 2,400 years ago. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.